And welcome back, Guardians. Yeah, I have no real way of knowing whether or not this audio is coming through okay or what the dealio is. Excuse me. Any case, so this next week in Destiny, it's the last week of Guardian games. Yay! I don't care. Defeat Hashaladun in the Scarlet Keep Nightfall. Oh my traveler. Enjoy bonus Crucible Vanguard and Gambit ranks all week long. That'd be nice. It's getting close to the end of the season, so they want to push that as hard as they can. This is what I'm telling you guys about. There are no stakes in this game. Okay. When I used to play single player railroad games, dark rides is what they call them in the industry, I think, still, because it's based off of theme park experiences where you're like in a cart on a rail in the dark going through a narrative that is pre-designed for you to experience. And everybody gets more or less the same narrative. There's a few rides that are a little bit different throughout the history of theme park amusement rides. But in any case, well, we're not really digressing, just kind of running adjacent here. So somebody stop Jason from running, please. In any case, there's no stakes in this game. You know, when I came into Destiny, I thought there was um, this real crisis. Humanity is teetering on the brink of extinction. Alien forces are seeking to take over our planet and ruin us. And only this extraterrestrial machine god that gave us the power to regenerate a select number of our population and turn them into heroes, into champions, into guardians. And when I finally, after about the first, I would say 8 months of playing the game, I I really then, and this is going all the way back to Destiny 1, I really then realized that, you know what, this is never going to end. This is going to keep going and going and going. And then Elder Scrolls Online came out and I was like, okay, so maybe this will be like Skyrim. Because, see, when you played Oblivion and Morrowind and Skyrim, and, if you played on PC, the earlier ones, which I did not play those on PC, I played the Xbox and PlayStations. Skyrim has actually Elder Scrolls Online was the first time I went to PlayStation to play Elder Scrolls. I had been on Xbox, um, but anyway, there was a bit of a stake in the game, in the story. You were trying to stop the world from ending by defeating this universe devouring dragon. Um, and in Skyrim I'm talking about, and that was pretty thrilling. And then eventually, of course, you got into the post game activities or the post campaign activities, and you got to explore and develop your own little kind of narrative, and you were still playing another character, so it wasn't really a role playing game. You weren't building your own character, you weren't building your own story through the campaign. You followed the campaign narrative, the Dark Ride. Then afterwards, you were free to just rinse and repeat quests, and I'm like, yeah, kind of lacking. So after I don't know how many hours of playing Skyrim, I did get finally bored. Destiny, I realized immediately that it is an arcade experience. It is like going to um, the old-fashioned 80s and 90s arcades and playing House on Haunted Hill, I think it was called, or something. Maybe I got that confused with an actual movie, but there was a spook house type of game that you could play, and some of the cabinets were actually giving players passcodes. Then, if you entered in this passcode, you could pick up where you left off. So you could, over the course of a month's worth of play, going in every other weekend or every weekend if you were really a rich kid, um, and playing through this campaign. I thought that was really cool. And then when PlayStation came out, because I started my console gaming on the Super Nintendo, then I went to Nintendo 64, then I went to PlayStation 1, stayed on PlayStation forever until Tron 2.0 came out on Xbox, and then I bought the Xbox specifically to play Tron 2.0. And again, all these experiences, they're all dark rides. They're all just going to go ahead and take you along, for the ride. And that's fine. I mean, that's what gaming can be. I mean, Shoots and Ladders doesn't have much of a narrative other than, you're trying to get to the end of the board first, and that's it. Chess is the same way. you can spin a little head game in there. You can spin a little head cannon in there. Like, you could pretend that, that you identify with that pawn, and throughout the entire game of chess that you're playing with your friend, because you couldn't play that competitively, by the way, that pawn is sacred. Now, as is you on the board, and you're going to do everything you can to protect that pawn. Now, maybe you don't tell your opponent about this, and this is kind of fun little. I used to do this all the time when I played board games. I was not just moving a piece on the board and manipulating resources and things like that. I was actually in my imagination there on the board, chasing chutes and ladders, chasing candy cards, chasing, down enemies on the chessboard or whatever we were playing. Um, and there were stakes involved. It was a win or lose situation. That's the basic plot right there. Is you want to win, you're playing to win. You're playing to complete the story. But as far as stakes are concerned, like there's no real risk, in those kinds of games. And Destiny has no risk in it. What happens if the entire community for one season fucks off on the activity and doesn't fight down the big bad enemy? What if, as an entire community, I'm talking like console, I'm talking PC, I'm talking cloud, everybody just says, fuck this, we're not doing the activity. Do everything else for the season, but don't do the seasonal arena or activity. What's the studio going to do? What are they going to say? The Darkness won, and there it is. 2 years of the game are going to be released, but we're going to do it as a just because, but technically you guys lost the war at this point. Um, it'd be so fucking crazy if that actually ever happened. But anyway, so yeah, enjoy bonus Crucible, Vanguard, and Gambit ranks all week long. All that's designed to do is to help you get through a double reset for Team Scorched. I hate that mode. All it's going to do is give you a chance to reset your reputation twice. Um, yes, of course they do, because Titans and Hunters had their turn already, so Warlocks have to be next. I mean, that's just the thing, right? I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. This is why Guardian Games is such a joke. It's kind of like when you're playing a mobile app game and it's a puzzle game, and then all of a sudden for a 1 week period, there's these bonus gems that you can get to help you play the puzzle game a little bit more. And all it does is get you a little bit a little bit much more closer to the paywall, and there you go. Now, granted, Destiny does not have a paywall. They have the seasonal pass, which, I mean, that's a lot of good stuff. I'm not going to deny that. That's a lot of fun stuff. I mean, I don't think you can get this or this without the season pass. Everything else, the top row is when you pay, is your free to play. And the free to play is kind of like, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, initially it starts, is the top row free to play or the bottom row free to play? I think the top row is free to play. So it's kind of like, yeah, okay. And I mean, really, the stuff at the bottom is not really going to be like a major deal breaker, but at the same time, it's kind of like, yeah, some of that stuff is kind of neat. I'm ranked 213. We've got 10 days and 22 hours left. All right, so that's that. Um, let's see. Let's go to the triumphs. So if we go to Guardian Games, what did I do? I did something yesterday. What did I do? Oh, I did this. Gambit Contender. Okay, because I play Gambit because I like it. This is the Season of the Risen. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so yeah, I got a lot of gaps in here. Where's the one? I haven't done Kill the Messenger. I haven't craft each of the seasonal weapons. I haven't done that. Um, where is it? It's the one that talks about, is it Lifetime, the Moon, Dreaming City, Nessus, the European Dead Zone, Europa. Okay. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter because I could really give two fucks about it. I couldn't even give that honestly. Um, but yeah, so there's no. When I play Conan Exiles, okay, just to compare here. When I play Conan Exiles, there's a lot at stake in the game's activity. There is You're leveling your character, so you don't have to. You won't lose your levels. You won't lose your experience. You won't lose your recipes or your crafting skills or anything like that. Um, cool. Checking my phone right now, real quick. Sorry, kids. Any case, but you will lose all the shit you made. You will lose a lot. You can be wiped, is what they call it. Basically, you get attacked by an enemy group, and they can destroy your base, take your shit, and you'll respawn in the desert, the starting zone. You'll still have all your recipes and your skills and stuff, so you can recover pretty quickly. But it's gonna be a bit more difficult, without any kind of starter loot. And a lot of people, they'll invest like weeks, maybe months, sometimes even years into a land claim, into a base or whatever, or to a narrative that they've been developing, and then over a weekend get their shit completely destroyed, lose all their favorite fighters, lose all their crafters, lose all their base and everything like that, and they will peace out. They will fucking just quit out the game. I've seen it happen so many times. And to me, those are real stakes right there. That'll definitely get you engaged in the game. If you're a casual player, you're AFK, and you just like, hey, I'm just gonna go in and play every now and then, blah blah blah. You can't do that with Conan. You got to be in there. You got to be active. If you really are just going to be that kind of casual player, then you should probably work on just doing the co-op offline mode, which is where you can invite people who play Conan into your world to play with you in that world, or as G Portal and Funcom like to promote, get a a rented server. But the point being is that when it comes to Destiny, of course they're going to push the fucking envelope for you and give you the chance to get that participation award, because that's the feel good moment you want in the game, so that you'll keep playing it. I keep playing it because I like the aesthetics. I like the environment. I like the mechanics on the weaponry and the armor. I like the build crafting. It's all that stuff is really fun to do. Whether I'm fighting the darkness or another guardian or I'm a rebel against the tower, God, I really wish there was a story for that. That'd be so fun if we could be like rogue light bearers and be rebels against the tower and the vanguard. Go full drifter in his crew mode, but that's just not going to happen. Flash counter. Otherwise, that would have been a nice roll. These guys are static. Oh, great. Because, yeah. Low energy guardian here. Don't care about that. That is shit. No distractions is kind of nice. Aiming this weapon for a short period reduces flinch. I guess that's, yeah. I'm a PvP mid-range, close-range player. PvE kind of about the same, but the snipers are good for. I don't know. It's an energy sniper. I already have a sniper that's really good. Fuck it now. If I get a sniper bounty, it's going to be Izanagi's Bird. I'm not gonna fuck around with all these other legendary shits or other exotics. Well, no, Cloud Strike is nice. Cloud Strike is nice. So yeah, there's really no like, oh bummer, kind of moment in this game. I mean, even if you don't play for a whole season and come right back, you're not really going to be missing out on too much. Any rocket launcher, right? Yeah. Um, you might not have access to a certain group of weapons. You might not have access to a certain perk pool on the weapons. But realistically speaking, you're really not putting yourself at any risk if you don't play for a while. And I think the game realizes this, and is trying to do what it can to fucking keep you in, because Bungie doesn't measure its success anymore by units sold or players logged in. It's all about the hours you commit. It's all about that. I should just do that instead of farting off with this guy. I mean, actually, I have not played this in PvE, so I want to try that out. Let's go find Zer, because it is Friday, so we're going to do that. Let's go see what he's got. I bet he's in the tower this week. I think he was at the Winding Cove last week, if I remember, and the week before he was on Nessus, Watcher's Grave. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to bet he's at the tower. Oh, I don't see any Guardian tags. No, I don't think he's here. It is Friday and it is past the reset, so if he was here, he'd be here. There's almost always a guardian tag or two nearby. Can't imagine I'd be here all by myself. No, he's not here. Okay, so let's go say Watcher's Grave. Let's say that Watcher's Grave. Isn't this fun? Maybe he was at Watcher's Grave last week. I don't know. Can't remember. It was. All I remember is that at first I was really excited about what he was selling, and then it was like, I realize it's just trash. Sorry, I'm contemplating something right now. So, what would Destiny be with actual risk in it, with an actual stakes in it? Like, what would it be like? You know, I mean, we could still get the Gallahorn, I think. Yeah, he's here. We could still get the Gallahorn if you get the 30th anniversary. Oh, can you get the Gallahorn without the 30th anniversary? I don't know. I should probably look that up. Yeah, he's definitely not here. What the hell? What the fuck? There's all these bikes, but oh, people are looking for him. So Winding Cove, then apparently that's surprising. I think I don't know. How would you put stakes in this game that would make it like you want to log on every day? I don't think Destiny can do that. I don't think Bungie wants to do that because they don't want to create a feel bad moment. They don't want to create a quit moment. But at the same time, there are certain points in this game that make me want to quit. Like when I play Crucible um, or Gambit, there's just I don't trust crossplay. You can't tell me that PlayStation being the odd man out in the group because Microsoft runs Xbox, and of course, obviously, most people run Microsoft when they run their PC. I don't think Destiny can play on Mac. I know what plays on Stadia, which again also is a Windows-based kind of operation. It's not a Unix, I don't think, or Linux. And even Unix and Linux is based off of the Windows architecture. So, I mean, PlayStation is kind of the odd man out when it comes to crossplay. So, how can I trust that we're going to be treated fairly in terms of server resources? Because you got two kids who are there. I mean, Bungie was a PC game to start with. It did do a PlayStation game called Oni before it did the Xbox game Halo. So Bungie is connected to the PC, to the Microsoft environment pretty strongly as it is, and the fact that they came to PlayStation to make Destiny, and then it was homebrewed on PlayStation, but that's why we got all the exclusives, but then ported over to Xbox. Um, I don't know. It's kind of it's strange. It's kind of like having that one player friend who's like, "Yeah, man, I want to be in your clan this week," while your clan is doing all the cool stuff, and then next week they bail out and go join a different clan who's doing cooler stuff than what you did last week, and then he bails out of that one to come back to do the cool stuff with the fair weather friend kind of situation. It's produced in my heart a lot of distrust. I don't see a future for Bungie with Destiny. They are working on another IP that's supposed to be some kind of official esport thing, I guess. But ultimately, I don't know how much longer. I don't know if I'll be playing Destiny, after the whole Light and Darkness saga is concerned, because that's kind of the whole core. That's the whole theme of the game. It's like I don't know if anybody's here old enough to remember Dark Sun from the old school D&D days. Old Dark Sun was basically Greyhawk a la Mad Max. There was only one dragon on the whole world. Most people were barbaric. If you think of like a dark fantasy Conan, Hyborian age kind of story, splashed with a lot of Mad Maxian kind of roving bands of raider clans and stuff like that and tribes. That is actually pretty good. Threat detector's kind of weak though. Field prep. Actually, let's see what the sub perks are. You can advertise rounds in full bore, and if you want extra stability, you can go with polygonal rifling, but that reload perk is a waste of space. Um, Surrounded, field prep. I don't know many people who crouch with machine guns, but I mean, there are better guns in the game. You don't need this one. Sorrow's Verse is actually a pretty standard auto rifle. It's got some decent little side perks to it, but the reload perk is wasted again. Wow, nothing but reloads here. Total wastage. Let's see, a shotgun with adrenaline junkie, a moving target, acquitized rounds, and fluted barrel. I would probably go with polygonal rifling. Let's see, he's got a theme here. Oh, here we go. Finally, something with a handling on a sidearm, of course. Um, these are all shit perks, honestly. Let's see what this guy. Okay, ricochet rounds. That's smart on a pulse rifle. Extended barrel is good for more range. Got a range masterwork already. It's got frenzy and tunnel vision. Reloading after defeating a tunnel. Okay, I think this. I would pick this one and this one. I would pick these two off of the whole list. Who needs the Cerberus or a Graviton Forfeit or the Synthoceps or the Nezarec Sin? If you do, pick them up. Otherwise, I wouldn't really wear them because they're shit stats, my friends. Shit stats. 65 on an arm. That's decent. That's actually pretty spicy. Let's see what I got here on my Forerunner grips. Just go ahead and take all this off because I can never count. Oh, this is the only one I need to take off. All right, so minus 22. That's a 55 versus a 65. Really? But it's got a higher discipline and lower in recovery. Well, it could be something to experiment with, honestly, for me. I run a high mobility strength discipline build, as you can see. I try to get these three going at all times. It's mostly about running invisibility. I should be running Graviton Forfeit, but I like being invisible and then doing a double dodge on someone's ass to fucking bomb their shit. It fucking ends them. It's a near guardian with a smoke bomb and a melee, perhaps an uncharged melee and a charged melee, and that little double jump. It's basically a total fuck off moment. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun build. I like it a lot. Some people might complain about it. Some people might say it's not a nice thing to do to people. So I do have some recovery already. I don't know. I mean, I got the shards, and it is the only thing here that is actually. Ooh, well now. Let's do them both. So the armor pieces might be good. These are what they are. Get them if you want them, but there's nothing really. Moving target's nice on the scout rifle if you are prone to wanting to expose yourself to crossfire. You want to? What do you think? Should we roll the exotic engram? What do we think? We got the shards. What the hell? Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Oh, da 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 da. Total garbage, yo. Garbaggio! Alright, so we're going to put this in... Wait, did I need stasis on there? Yeah. So we're going to put this to stasis. And then we're going to go rampant. It's an ugly fucking armor set, by the way. I am rank 8. Ba-da-da-da. And we had what here? We had resilience on that. Is that right? Is that right? Okay, let's see. Oh, it turns out to be 87. What the hell is my math? I thought this said 65. Because you get a plus 10 for this and a 12 for that, so it should be 22. Oh. Yeah, that's 65. Then how did I fuck up the math on this? When I took this off. I should have just been deducting 12. Well, fuck me. um, fuck. Okay, so 22 minus that. Okay, so let's take that off. Minus 12, that's 68. But it's higher mobility and strength. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of fucked up on this, I think. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep them both. Actually, I'm gonna level this one too. Um, because there might be wait, do I have stasis on both my arm pieces? Must have had a plan there somewhere. Oh, it's the grenade thing. I remember now. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we just go ahead and level this one up too. Because I mean, they kind of. If I wanted to really focus on the close combat shit, because hunter grenades are not long range grenades. They are close combat grenades. They are something you throw at your foot to basically piss off your opponent, um, and then you got to resist all that chaos. So I have an intellect and strength feature on this one. If I go here, and wait, what did I put on this? I had nothing on this. Okay, so we want to go here. We could do an intellect on this. I think. Let's do a +10 on intellect. So I'm still fart. Okay, I can switch around my melee stat now. Okay, so we can take the melee stat off and we can go full resilience. Just tank it out. That's another melee. So we're looking for another melee stat. What's the stat increase on this? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where's the other melee? Okay. So I'm overcharged on melee, basically. That's kind of crazy. Let's do this. I could do melee and mobility and not worry about the intellect. So let's go full tanky mode. Or actually I see some really spectacular things happen with recovery, but I know recovery is all about the warlock stat. And so it's hard to say, but let's see what happens if I do go full psycho recovery. What was this? Void grenades disrupt combatants, stunning them, delaying ability. You know, I don't see it happen anymore. I don't really see that happen either, so I'm not going to fuss with that. I'm going to go for full recovery. Let's try a full recovery build. Take it up into, let's take it up into, what do we want to take it to? Iron Banner? Whatever. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and mod this ornament. There we go. That's the... There we go. Wow, screaming white. Ah! There we are. Okay. Let's see. Let's change this up. What is a good one to use? That's kind of neat. Want a straight black brim, or whatever they call that frame. There we go. I like that. Okay, so we are still pushing. We're pushing max melee. I am in stasis though, so let's try. There we go. Huh. That's interesting. Ooh, here we go. Mobility. Can I dump mobility a little bit? We're doing that full recovery. I want to see just how good recovery actually is. I mean, we got all that melee going on, so fuck me. We don't get much of a buff. Doesn't seem. There we go. All right, almost there. I think we're good. I think we're good. Okay. So mobility is like way over the fucking top. Um, I think we're good. Let's try it out. This will be the closing moments for this vid. And what do you think? This one or this one? 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 I'm gonna close my eyes and move my control stick around and see. There we go. We're doing that one. Okay. How long has this video been going on for? So yeah. Anyway, Not surprising that the last couple, last few days would be like, the last week would be like, maxing out your reputation to get that double reset. Because it is part of the seasonal, the chase weapon for the season, which was Reckless Endangerment. Which is not a bad shotgun. My personal choice would be the one that you get for the Vanguard and that blue one. But I mean, it's not a bad choice. Just not my choice. Oh fuck me! In the middle of a fucking match. God, I love it so much. Yep. Now I know why I'm taking their place. He must have got maxed out fucking laurels or something. I don't know. Oh hi, you're AFK. Good fun. Jesus. Bungie reminding me, hey, you said you like Trials. Want to come play some Trials? We like playing Trials, don't we? Uh, God damn it! And I'm the stupid fuck for fucking for pushing him. I'm the stupid fuck for pushing it. Wait a minute! Whoa! You telling me I got a fucking glow on my fucking head? Oh fuck that, gotch. No, well, die, asshole, die! Come on, I want to see you die. Thank you. Still don't have to do to kill me though. These nets are mine. These nets are in. I am confused. Somebody's got to die in that. Nope, because the warlocks can just float away. And they bitch about stompies, Fuck them. Seriously, fuck off. They bitch about stompies. We're just playing an entirely different game. Yeah, we get to do the same shit warlocks get to do. uh, what? You ever heard of Tetsuquato, the flying snake? Go fuck yourselves. Fucking racists. Die already. Well, so much for recovery being any use. I mean, really, right? Right? Just sat there fucking destroying that poor kid. I'm like, wow. Gotcha, bitch. But these nuts are still in. That dude is like fucking just dominating. And he's not even on the top board. He's not even top of their board. He's just I mean, I keep getting killed by him, so I don't know. That says a lot about my skills, doesn't it? Or my lack of fucking interest. Shit. Okay, maybe I'm just not the protagonist today. Let's see. What's the resilience on that? Oh, that's an 80. Okay, that's an 8. That's decent. I can respect an 8. It's like when I do that to somebody and they've got like a 4 or a 3, I'm like, fuck you. We know you're pulling shenanigans.
Zone advantage is yours.
Draw time on this is real slow. Tinkus is not a choice for this type of match. Let's meme it up a little bit. See how many people run into my line of fire. Because, that's a thing in this game. Wow, so much for tracking mode, huh? There's no tracking on that guy. Maybe I read the tooltip wrong. Let's take a look here. Oh, explosive rounds that get stronger and faster when aiming down sight. Okay. Really? No. Seeking slugs. Seeking slugs when firing from your hip. So they are seeking but not tracking. And in that lies the difference, I suppose. Damn. Yeah, no wonder Warlocks are winning. Yeah, I noticed. I know the team is winning, but I mean, come on. I'm trying to do things here with my bounties.
Victory is yours for the taking.
You know?
Seize it. 3 minutes remain. Keep the pressure and you have them.
Wait for it.
You are victorious.
Vex Mythoclast, of course, at the end. Good job. Anyway, um, what's
You
left?
work well together. Hang on to that.
What's left? I think I'm gonna go do my gunsmith calibrations and hopefully end my morning on a little bit of a note. Anyway, so yeah, what do you think Destiny would be like if there was an actual risk to not doing the activities in the game other than missing out on lackluster loot for the most part? Really? Um, because none of the loot that in the game so far post, well, I don't know, when did I get the peace bond? Doesn't tell me what the date was. Anyway, whenever Peace Bond came out, after that season, it was like kind of everything was just like, for the most part. I was a little bit, tickled by this particular grenade launcher, but I think that's more about the roll I got on it. Like the funnel whip, it's more about the roll. I mean, I could probably find better. I'm almost certain I can find better. And but that's all that is. Anyway, if you made it this far, thanks for stopping by. Yeah,